Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There's a question for Mr. O'Donnell. We've already talked about the ProPublica leak. I find it astonishing that they were able to post apparently thousands of tax returns. And I think it will have, as you mentioned, I know you share this, a devastating impact on taxpayers' confidence that the IRS is capable of keeping that personal information confidential. So I think it's absolutely terrible. I know you said that you obviously you can't confirm there's an investigation, but I would assume there's an investigation underway. This is illegal for anybody in the IRS to release information like this. I'd just like to ask a few questions about that. And I also just want to mention, I think it's, it looks political at this time when this information is being used even today to advance the Democrats' narrative that the wealthy individuals don't pay enough of their taxes. So it certainly looks like it's not only illegal, but it's also political and timed to coincide with the political debate that we're having now. So my question to you is this a felony to release this kind of information? And if it were, after an investigation, determined that an IRS employee or group of employees release this information, what would the penalties be for that?
Thank you, Congressman Smucker. I would say that, first off, I want to be very clear that we don't know what happened. And I operate in an environment where I have to work through, I'm not criminal, I'm civil, but we work through the information. We try to understand what happened. And we, in this instance, there are, I would presume there will be criminal investigators that are involved, as well as cyber experts that are able to go in and look at systems to understand what could have happened. I don't know. But separate from this incident, if there were a willful disclosure of information, the individual or individuals would be subject to felony prosecution, and that could include. And
do you know? And I know that this is not particularly about this investigation. I fully understand that, and I know we both want to get to the bottom of it. But what is, this is more about what the law is. I don't know. So my question is, what would the penalty be for that? Is there an additional penalty if it's done for political purposes? And is there any penalty for ProPublica for releasing or for publishing the private information? Those are three questions that I have.
The first one I'll take the last one first. I do not know what the rules are with respect to ProPublica. It is the code, as far as I'm aware, and I am fairly aware of the law in this space, does not make a difference or does not differentiate the activity that motivated or the motivations of the individual that may have been involved in any disclosure, if that were to happen. There is prison time and a fine. I do not know off the top of my head what those are, but it certainly does involve.
Thank you. And I want to just get to one other aspect. I don't see the clock here. I don't know if I'm out of time. I guess not, Chairman. I don't hear the chairman. Do you think, one of the thing that we're hearing over the past few days is this is being used to show that the wealthy pay some percentage of taxes. And I think that percentage, I believe, is inaccurate because it's based on unrealized gains. Do you think, am I correct on that first? Do you believe that percentage that is being talked about is accurate?
I do not. I think it is best for me not to opine on anything regarding any taxpayer matter, reported or otherwise.
Do you think that wealth should be taxed before it's earned?
That is a matter of tax policy, sir. I would prefer to avoid commenting on that.
Well, it would certainly be a massive change in tax policy that would have significant impact on our economy if we start to talk about taxing unrealized capital gains. And so, I think it's important as we look at these rates and we hear the narrative that is being used as a result of this illegal disclosure, that we keep that fact in mind as well. Thank you.